Hello and welcome back to the Eyes of Old Gaming channel. Thank you so much for joining me here. So today we've got something a little bit different. Instead of the typical game reviews or showcases or whatever that I do, we're doing something a little bit different. We're doing kind of like a reaction video to the Bethesda Xbox Microsoft showcase where they showed Starfield to us. And I'm not doing a typical reaction video where, you know, people tend to film their face and have all kinds of exaggerated facial reactions to things. Basically, we're just going to watch the full showcase together, and I'll just give my own thoughts on it. And then hopefully we can have a discussion down in the comments.
It's hard to express
what you
how
guys
excited
thought about
all of us
the
at Bethesda are to be here with you
showcase.
today. We're so grateful you're spending the time, and we know you've waited a long time to finally see Starfield. It's easily our most ambitious game ever. Like our previous games, it's an epic role-playing game where you get to be who you
I
want
feel like
and go where you
the
want.
build-up for Starfield has
you'll be
been
exploring space.
a lot more, I don't know what the word is, more hyped, more built up than previous Bethesda games. So if you look at like Fallout or something like that, I remember when Fallout 3 came out, there was like just some ambiguous videos, and then all of a sudden Fallout 3 dropped and everybody went crazy because it was so amazing at the time. Still amazing. I still love the game. Actually, so far this planet kind of looks like Fallout.
According to the scanners, the abandoned research facility is in this direction.
So I wonder, is that robot like a companion, or how does that work? Do you just get by default a robot that comes with you, or do you have to actually purchase one to... Probably it's like a story. I'm guessing from the looks of things, a lot of this stuff is going to be I guess procedurally generated. From what they say later, it has to be, right? But I'm guessing what they're showing here is probably more of a scripted thing. That's the other thing that I'm a little concerned about. Like, what they show here is probably... I'm guessing there's going to be like some scripted locations and some like 90% of it is going to be some kind of a procedurally generated.
It would appear that pirates of the Crimson Fleet are using the facility.
And if what they're showing you is scripted, you know, what kind of quality can we expect from the procedurally generated stuff, right? Is it gonna be just vast open nothingness? This looks like typical Bethesda, I guess. Raiders and Fallout or something. Obviously different armor, it's a different weapons, it's a different environment altogether. Sci-fi versus apocalyptic, but I'm not a huge fan of the like the experience pop-up and above their like the square like level 2 pirate or whatever. Kind of, actually it sort of reminds me of, what is that, Outriders maybe? I don't know. Not a fan of it though. I've never been a fan of that style. It just looks too, I don't know, too MMO maybe? I'm not sure. The 5 experience pop-up. I don't know, it throws me off. It's not very immersive, I would say. Maybe that's nitpicky. I don't know, it's just personal preference, right?
After some initial encounters, you're invited to join Constellation.
Combat looks good, though.
The future the game is set in are the last group of space explorers. To meet them, you'll head to the capital city of New Atlantis.
Yeah, like again, I'm guessing this New Atlantis is obviously a scripted environment, right? Like, everything is planned and placed accordingly, right? So it's gonna look nice. The biggest fear that I have with this is really just
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
is that
because we're committed to the biggest question of all.
like a lot of the things that a lot of open world games suffer from now, or there's like nothing in between. It's just vast openness of
As to what they are,
nothing and boring.
what they're building. You'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
I don't know what that. It kind of gives me weird vibes, like
The new guy found it.
You dug up the artifact, right?
yeah, I don't know, like some weird vibe, like the those early 2000s movies.
Many, scattered across the galaxy. If we can
I don't know if this is right. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Those kind of like, oh, we're an exclusive group and our style is turn of the century
Of course,
explorers.
the system's full of groups with
I don't know.
priorities.
Maybe it's just her accent is throwing me. I don't know what it is, but
doesn't follow the rules. Agree to work for UC system.
there was a whole slew of those really campy movies.
We're not just here to shoot the bad guys. We're peacekeepers. We protect the people of the Free Star Collective.
I like how there's, yeah, so clearly different factions.
No one quits. The only way out
Oh,
is death.
The path
so
ahead
the
may be
bad
dangerous,
faction.
but we are not stopping
But then you'll have
Dusties don't even make it this far.
the
because whatever lies at the end of this road
moral choices
will
that
change
come
humanity.
about. And you'll find out that they're much deeper than just the bad guy. It looks
That gives you a
It
look
looks
at the stories in
interesting.
Starfield. But ultimately, it's not our story. It's the story you create by who you are and the choices you make. And that starts with character creation.
it's I don't know.
It's our
I
most
feel like
flexible yet. You can customize all the elements of how you look.
I'm cautious with this.
You'll pick a background that gives you 3 starting skills.
Character creation looks really good,
Says here you spend some time as a
but
diplomat.
it's been
Away
progressively
from
been
words
getting
might be
better
useful.
with each
There are optional
Bethesda
traits,
game,
and these come
so.
with unique advantages and disadvantages. But it's not just in how you can look, but in how your character plays and develops. The skill system combines the best from our previous games, and you can unlock new skills as you level up, and then you rank those skills up by using them and completing challenges. And there's deep crafting
Yeah.
systems. From running research projects
I find
to
that
resource
Bethesda
farms,
usually does skills pretty well.
crafting weapon mods
Perks,
needed
whatever.
to survive.
Never been big on the weapon modding, but it's nice. I prefer things like this,
These
like the
act as
base
a home
building,
away
but
from home for survival and resource generation. You can choose where and how to build
this
each one,
really
and
looks
you
like
can
No
hire
Man's
characters
Sky.
you meet to keep it up and running.
Like, I don't know. To me, it just...
That's not all.
Bethesda's No Man's Sky,
Even
basically.
build your own spaceships.
I hope it's not just that. I hope it's its own thing. Like, this looks really cool. Again,
You can choose
I'm
and
cautiously
yes,
kind of
you can
reserved
completely
about this.
customize the look and layout.
As much as I
Loads of
like
different modules, chip manufacturers, and more.
what God Todd has
I
done
have to
with
say, it's so cool. We just absolutely love
The
this.
Elder Scrolls and Fallout and the franchises that I love,
It's not just how the ship looks, it's
he
how it
tends to
performs.
overpromise.
From engines to shields to
Or
weapon systems.
over-exaggerate,
Yes,
I should say.
You can fly it.
So with the hiring crew, do you actually seek out and hire like specific crew members? That would be really cool. That would be really cool. Like, even if they're like procedurally generated characters, if you know their unique skills or different combinations of skills, all randomized, that sort of thing, and then you actually hire individuals, or is it more like the Fallout system where random settlers just sort of show up and they're, unnamed, random, could be anybody characters? I don't know. I prefer, like, even with the procedural whatever, if they have some uniqueness about them. Well, I guess it's what procedural generation, but like, have them have unique skills or something to that effect would be cool. Also, it's hard to say like how space combat is gonna be. I'm kind of mixed with space combat anyway. Sometimes I really enjoy it. Sometimes I do not. I was playing some Elite Dangerous for a while. That was okay. I didn't mind that.
For all of you to experience the game, thanks again for being with us today, and thanks for all the support you've given us over the decades, especially on this game. It's been an incredible journey for us making it, but we know that's really only the beginning, for it's when all of you play it that the real journey begins. And you may be wondering, just how big is this game?
It's weird how you
So
can tell he's
before we
trying to
take one
follow the
last
camera.
moment, we should. Let's take a look at one of our planet's genesis.
That's weird how they do this
You
now.
can land in New Atlantis, but you can also land and explore anywhere on the planet.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Okay, so I guess New Atlantis is a scripted place. And then if you land some random place,
To Goldilocks planets with life. And not just this system.
then that's
but
gonna
over
be just
100
procedurally
systems.
generated.
Over
But is it
1,000
like,
planets,
I don't know.
all open
Again,
for you
with
to explore.
Todd, you just never know
wait.
if he's
To see what you find.
exaggerating. Like, when he says you can land anywhere, can you land anywhere, or is it like how Mass Effect was, where there's specific zones that you can land within? I'm kind of mixed. Although I like the idea of a No Man's Sky style, like, land literally anywhere, just start doing exploring and crafting and all those kind of things. And I love base building, so yeah. As much as that would be cool, I would almost think a higher level of crafting, like in Mass Effect, where like the world building, I should say, not crafting. So where it's been designed a little bit more as a place with a player exploring it in mind, rather than just just a totally random location, like Minecraft, basically, right? Like I don't know. I feel like having some level of actual scripted or crafting of the environments would be maybe preferable. I'm not sure. It all depends. Like, I guess the technology is getting better all the time. And it is neat to... So, like in No Man's Sky, when you go and you just find something totally random, when it works properly, it can be really interesting, a lot of fun. Yeah, so basically, I don't know, it kind of feels like they're presenting this as almost No Man's Sky meets Elite Dangerous meets Fallout, which could be interesting, but we'll see. Again, I'm very cautiously... I'm not gonna be too optimistic or pessimistic about this. Neither way, because it could go either way. I have some faith in Todd to be able to pull it off, but on the other hand, like I said, he also likes to exaggerate things, so it's hard to say. And so with that, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for taking the time and watching this with me. I know that this is definitely a different style of video for the channel, but if you've watched some of my other content, then you probably are aware that I really enjoy me some Bethesda games. So it just felt right to cover this one. I have no idea if this is a video style that I'll continue with. But this one just felt right to do, so if you are a current subscriber of the channel, definitely please let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see more videos like this, or if you prefer my other videos that I tend to make, like reviews and that sort of thing. Your feedback would be super helpful. If you're new to the channel, I do a ton of other gaming content. I do reviews, game showcases, mod showcases, all kinds of stuff like that, so definitely check those out as well. And definitely consider liking and subscribing and all that good stuff. It really helps with the channel and the algorithm and all that kind of fun stuff. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, take care.